Right, hi guys. I've got a first impressions video for you today using my new products that I got in America. So I'm just going to do that. I was going to use my new Benefit product that I got for my eyebrows, but if you'd have seen my Sephora haul, then you'd know that it actually basically has already run out, so I'm not going to be using that. I've already done my brows using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in chocolate. To carve my brows out and prep my eyes for eyeshadow, I used the Tarte Shape Tape in medium light. Just because I use the Tarte concealer all the time, so I didn't want to like ramble on about it and yeah. I feel like the sun's going to really annoy me in this video, but let's see how it goes anyway. So for the eyes, I've got the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette. This is a colourful eyeshadow palette. It's just a little sleeve it comes in. This was $27. This is the palette. As you can see, it is gorgeous. You've got this nice pop of yellow in the centre. You've got like these pinky shades, these blues. I'm thinking we're going to go for more of a blue look today, as I've been focusing more on like pinks and that recently. So I'm thinking more to do like blue. Maybe like a yellow in the crease. I've never done that before, so maybe we'll do that. So I'm going to jump into doing that now. So I'm just going to push down the concealer that's already on my lid. It dries down, this Tarte concealer, but it doesn't ever like properly ever go like really dry. Like it goes to like a nice matte finish, but you can still like play around with it. Put it this way, I went to start filming like an hour or two ago, and my camera died, so that's how long this concealer's been in my eye. To start the look off, the brush I'm going to be using is a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. And I'm just going to be using this because I'm going to start by actually applying the colour into the crease. So I'm going to start off by first, I'm not going to apply a transition shade, because what I do now, I always pack the colour right into the crease anyway, and then I blend it up. So I'm going to be blending it up with the lighter colour that we would use as like a transition shade if we was to, like if you was to set it with powder. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to be using this blue tone here, and I'm just going to hack some on my brush. And I'm going to just push that into my crease. As you can see, I'm doing my eyes first because in case of any fallout, because obviously I've never used the Huda Beauty shadows before, and it's always better just to not apply your foundation first, basically, especially when you've never worked with a palette before. Okay, very pigmented. Does kick back quite a bit. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the shadow itself, but not too much fallout. Not as bad as the Subculture by ABH. So I'm just creating like a round shape for this. I might just take the little sleeve off the mirror. That's better. Really nice clear mirror actually on this. Okay, and just pushing that right in there. Then I'm just going to apply the rest of that shadow onto the lid. As you can see, really nice and pigmented. Really like that. So, taking no excess shadow on the brush, I'm then just going to like blend the edges out the tiniest bit, but not too much. I'm just like slowly touching them the tiniest amount, just so it creates, as you can see, like that blue fade. Tiny fade of blue. Just like wriggling my brush in there. So it's going to be easier for when we blend it with the sort of lighter colour later on. Right, now I'm just going to take a different shade. I'm going to go in with a clean MAC 217. You can just take the same Zoeva brush, but like a clean one. Just clean like all my brushes today, just spot clean them so I could film this video. And I'm going to take this yellow in the middle. Very pigmented yellow. Taking it around the edge of the blue, creates like a green, as you'd expect. I quite like that actually. I think that looks really summery. And then I'm going to go back with the other brush and just go back over that blue, because you've like got like a really cool, look at that, that looks so cool. I'm going to leave it like that. That is so cool. I love that. And then I'm thinking like a shimmery lid. Bringing that yellow down in the inner corner. This would be so cool for festival season. Just going to bring that yellow up a bit higher here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some concealer to my lid. I'm just going to add some of the Makeup Revolution. I would use the Tarte one, but I actually like this because it's a little bit thinner. So I find it's not as like cakey on the lid when doing like a cut crease. So I'm just going to add this in the centre of my lid to do like a little half cut crease. And then I'm going to be applying a shadow underneath it. So I'm just going to be doing that. This is in shade C5, by the way. So now I've placed the concealer down where I want the shadow to go. I've got a bit of concealer there, but I'm just going to like blend that in. So I'm now just going to take this shade from the Huda Beauty palette. It's very similar to the shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette actually. And I'm just taking that on a MAC 242 flat shader brush. I'm going to push that over the concealer. As you can see, the concealer's gone a bit blue, but that doesn't really matter considering the shadow we're putting down is blue anyway. It goes quite well on the brush, but I will say you have to keep like, obviously building it up. But to be honest, every shadow like applies better with your like finger anyway, so. Right, what I'm going to do now, as you can see, that's like done, the blue. I brought it a bit higher than I was planning. I'm just going to like blend it. So I'm just going to grab like that blue. I'm not going to blend over the edges like so. Just to blend it in a bit more. I'm going to do the same on this side, like that. These have been my favourite eyes to do at the moment. The one I done the other day, my channel went a bit wrong. I think they're so fun. Well, I love trying new techniques with eyeshadow. And I'm just going to get the one that had the yellow shadow on. And I'm going to like blend around that just so it's clean. I will clean up underneath my eyes, but I haven't like finished up my top of my eyes yet. So I've got this little glitter from NYX. I wasn't gonna add any like glitter or anything, but I think this would look really cool. Just got to try to open it. This is in Lumi Light, and it's like a really nice like holographic finely milled glitter. So I'm just going to apply this in the centre of the spotlight. So what I've got to apply it, I've got the NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to apply some of this on the back of my hand. So I'm just going to apply some on the back of my hand like that. I'm just going to wipe this brush, just get a makeup wipe, and I just wipe any excess like blue shadow on the back of it. And then I'm just going to grab some of the primer, cover my brush in it. I'm just going to pour some glitter into the lid, really finely milled. So, and I'm just going to press this in the middle, just so you can see that like in the light. I think that just looks really cool. You can always spray your brush too with, I've got the Mario Badescu spray here. I'm just going to spray my brush with that. Oh my god, I've just dropped the glitter. Dropped the lid of glitter. Luckily it didn't have much in. I love like fine glitter. Like I love how that looks on people's eyes. Like I think it looks so much nicer than like chunky glitter. I don't know if you can tell. I was going to use the Stila Magnificent Metals, but I've already done a video with them. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to grab that brush that has some of the blue shadow still on, and I'm just going to take that round that like crease. The brush is so big. Okay, I think I've just mucked that up. I've just mucked my eyebrow up. Okay, I think I have saved that. Only just. I'm going to go in with that yellow shadow. Just go over that. For eyeliner, I just used my... Where's it gone? I just used my NYX Matte Liquid Liner, the black one, because I have no new eyeliners to use because this is my favourite one. So I just drew a straight like black line, as you can see. So for primer, I'm just going to use this Maybelline Master Prime. I have used this before. I've used this a couple of times on a holiday, I just want to say that. But I do really like it, and I haven't used it since being away. So I haven't actually used it since I got home. It feels really nice on the skin. It feels just like the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I would say it feels a little bit thicker than that. I would say the Too Faced one is a lot thinner. As you can see, I like to push my primer right into my skin, and just so then that way when you do apply your foundation, it's not like sinking into like every single pore, and that like your primer's got into like all the like nooks and crannies on your face. God, look how red my skin's gotten just from like pushing. So all the blood's come to the surface. It looks so funny, doesn't it, with this green eyeshadow on as well. For foundation, I'm going to be applying the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. And this is the box that it comes in, and yeah, it just looks like Shape Tape concealer but in a bigger bottle. It says Double Duty Beauty. Was a bit hesitant on the shade. It's a very weighty bottle. Yeah, so this is what it looks like here. I really do like this. I've used this on holiday as well. I would use one of the other foundations that I haven't tried yet, but the thing is they are too dark for me at the moment. This is gonna like match me a bit better, so I'm gonna be applying this. I'm just gonna go wet my beauty blender. So I've just drenched my beauty blender. You always want to wet your beauty blender, by the way. So many videos I've watched and people have said that so many people they know don't wet their beauty blender. Maybe it doesn't say it on the packaging, I don't know. Right, so it does actually come with like this doe foot applicator, like the concealer. I'm looking over here because my mirror's here, so I'm just applying this all over my face. It is a bit dark for me still at the moment, but I'm just going to make it work. Really like this applicator. Find it really like easy just to dot on. I do like a pump with foundation, but I, as you know, if you watch a few of my videos, sometimes I do like to apply the foundation to my face, like with like a flat brush, and then I blend it in. Just as I find then you get like a really good even colour and coverage then. Just bringing that down my neck. I would say that if you can find your shade in this, then I would say you should get it, because I really like the finish and the coverage is really nice too. When you think of like a hydrating foundation, you think of a foundation that's like not gonna cover much, because when like you think of a hydrating foundation you think of it being dewy, and normally it's matte foundations that cover quite a lot because they're a lot thicker. But this, like, look at the coverage, it's actually so good. It gives you so much like a glow. Like, I don't look oily, I look like just like how like a healthy glow to my skin. Like, it looks like I've just got like highlight on. I'm actually going to be cream contouring today, which I don't ever do. Just because we have quite heavy like eye makeup on, I'm just going to be adding a bit more coverage, just as I want this look to be like proper like glam, like heavy glam. I haven't done a heavy glam look. Bringing this down my neck and onto my ears too. Get such red ears. I get so many comments, not necessarily as much on YouTube, but like in real life, so many people say they find my ears cute. My ears like naturally stick out. I love this foundation. This looks so nice. So for the cream contour, I'm going to be using, I've got these Wet n Wild. They're called the Mega Glow Makeup Sticks, and they're just the contour sticks. I've got one in the shade Where's Walnut 806, and then one in Call Me Maple 805. I'm going to start off with the lighter shade first, because obviously I don't know what they're going to be like, and obviously I've never used these before. By the way, I'm not just going to like ignore those foundations that I have got. When I've got fake tan on, I will do like a first impression using the other foundation I got, the Maybelline Dewy Foundation. As you can tell, I've just gone for like this dewy skin all of a sudden. Like, that used to be like my nightmare. Sun's going through the window. So this is 805, Call Me Maple. This is more of the warmer tone out of the two. Yeah, I'm just going to be applying this where I'd like cream contour / bronze. Right, let's stop here. It feels really nice and creamy. Bit on my nose. And I don't really ever apply it anywhere else. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my stippling brush. I've got this one. Actually no, I'm going to use my contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to use this. Sometimes I find with a stippling brush it like can leave brush marks. So with like products like this, you want to like push the product up. So I like to like blend it, just to like warm the product up, get it moving, and then like flick it upwards. Like I blend it up. Maybe I put too much on. If anything looks too harsh, I always just use my beauty blender with the excess like foundation on. I sometimes like don't like these sort of things because I feel like they just move your foundation. But I wanted to get back into cream like bronzing in that because I like it for the summer, and I also like it for the like fact it makes your bronzer and that look a lot more like effective. With this side, I'm going to blend it out with a sponge. See how that looks. Okay, I prefer it with the sponge already. It's given me like actually a lot more coverage with it. This side I feel like just blended it into like, it gave it some colour, but this side, as you can see, is more effective. So on my head, I'm just going to blend it in the sponge. Also find with the sponge, the foundation on the sponge always helps to blend it in. That looks really nice. I actually really like that. I think this colour was actually better for me. I think the other colour would be better for when I'm really tanned. Like, this colour is like a nice warm tone. So I'm just going to apply a bit more here. And I'm just going to blend it with the sponge. Just so it matches like the other side and doesn't look funny. Oh, and my nose. Yep, I love that. Blended lovely. Didn't take my foundation off either. I might just add a bit to my head up here. Always like to apply a bit to my hairline just to make it look a bit darker up there. As you can see, I'm like dragging it and it's not actually moving my foundation. I really like that. For concealer underneath my eyes, I'm going to be taking something different. So I would use the Tarte Shape Tape, but I wanted to use something different that I've not used on camera before. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Again, I've used this in America. I've only used it a couple of times though. This is in the shade 02 Creamy Natural. I do like this, but it stings my eyes. It's a lot more of a thinner consistency than other concealers that I'm used to. So I'm just going to apply this. And like, when it's been sat my skin for a bit, it like, I don't know, there's something in it that like makes my eyes like want to water. But it's such a lovely watery consistency. I find it so nice. I'm just going to blend that in with my sponge. As you can see, it just gives you like a little bit of coverage. It's so nice for like everyday concealer. Something in it that like makes your eyes just want to stream down your face. Like, look how dewy my under eye looks. It just looks lovely. I'm just going to apply a bit more just for a bit of a heavier coverage. Just because this looks so heavy. I have to Google what's in it. It's only when you first apply it. After you've blended it out, it's fine. It's when you first apply it onto the face. Let me know if anyone else, like if anyone watching this has that concealer and it does that to you, please let me know. Like, surely I can't be the only one. And as far as I know, I'm not like allergic to anything. So the powder I'm going to use to set that is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I've not used this shade yet. This is Fairlight number 10. I've used the number 20 shade, so I've not used this shade yet. So this is what it looks like, and I love the shade number 20, but I've got number 10 to set underneath my eyes because I found number 20 would be nice, but like I thought number 10 would be better for like, because it's a bit lighter, just for those days like this when I want to do like really full heavy makeup. The brush I'm going to use is my trusty e.l.f. small tapered brush. I'm just gonna like shake this about, and you've got some powder in the top. I'm just gonna like put some on my brush, tap any excess off, and then I get my beauty blender. I'm just gonna push this underneath my eyes. It's a really nice shade actually. Nice yellow tone. Just going to blend it down my nose just to blend in with the rest of my face. Oh my god, I just dropped my beauty blender on the floor. It just scared the shit out of me. I wouldn't use this shade all around the face because I feel like it would make you very, very ashy. I would only use this shade underneath the eyes. For my head, I'm just going to use the shade 20 because I feel like for my head this would be far too ashy. My Coty Airspun powder, I feel like although it comes out basically looking white, it like dusts into nothing. Whereas obviously this leaves a bit of colour residue. This one I feel like had a transparent colour, I think. Maybe it was this or another powder, but it was like white, and it's in Live Guy Get the Colour 20 I think it was. So she's always like close to my skin colour, so that's why I got like this colour. So I'm going to push this around like where the parts of my face that get oily, on my nose, which just to set my foundation, and then that's the powder done. Really like the powder. Set that contour bit too. Yeah, I really like that powder. Glad I picked up both shades. I feel like number 20 is great anyway, but number 10 is just nice if you want a little bit of pop. Yeah, I like how they both went together. For bronzer, I've got the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in Deep Bronzer. I've tried this a few times. This isn't really good first impressions, but anyway, it's my first impressions, like showing, which I'm just showing you it on camera really. That's why I wanted to do this video, but a few of these things are like new that I've never tried before on camera. So anyway, I'm just gonna push my bronzer brush in here, just bronze my face. Love this bronzer, it's so nice. I picked this up instead of getting the Matte Give Me Sun. Matte Give Me Sun's my favourite bronzer, as you know. But oh my god, like look, it's so nice. And it smells so nice too. It's a quarter of the price of the MAC one. Basically just looks like Give Me Sun. Okay, actually, as I'm setting that contour, this side that we done with the brush to blend it out, you won't be able to see it on camera. I can only see it really up close. But can you see those marks here on my skin? It looks really bad. So I'm just gonna, when I use that cream contour, I'm just gonna use it with a beauty blender in the future because that looks awful. Lucky you can't see that, only if you're really up close to my face. This is quite a red tone bronzer. Someone said it's quite cool tone, but I would say this is more red tone. I suppose because I've got like a deeper shade. For blusher, I'm gonna go with Melon Pop by Clinique. I didn't buy a blusher in America. I picked up one, and in the end I didn't get it because I thought I was just getting it for the sake of it. So I'm just applying this. I haven't used this in a while, that's why I just thought I'd use it. And this is just Melon Pop by Clinique. It's a nice like peachy colour. Thought it would just go nice on the eyes. I'm just going to apply some lashes off of camera just to save time basically. The eyelashes I'm going to be applying are these ones. You can't really tell. They're the number 08 by Peaches and Cream. I'm just going to like hold it up to the camera to show you. They look like nothing off camera. Like when they arrived I was like, oh, they're like going to be a bit not that great. I put them on and I was like, oh my god, they're literally like my favourite lashes now. They go with every single makeup look ever. They look nice with natural makeup, with dramatic makeup. Right, so as you can see I put the eyelashes on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run these shadows underneath my eye. So I'm going to start off by taking the yellow and I'm going to run this underneath my eye. I'm going to take it quite far down. I know we didn't do this like to start with, but on the like underneath of our eye it's going to be easier to like blend the blue into the yellow because I've already like set my concealer like that. Taking that yellow quite far down, back a bit more in there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the brush that we used the blue shadow on and I'm just going to apply this to my lash line and start blending this in. This is the part that you want to be the darkest, so you want to like push it down. This does have quite a lot of fallout. Fallout doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, then just be very careful. Just flicked out my nose, that's great. You can always apply your powder that you applied like around your eyes. You can always apply that again. And then when you finish with the shadow, if you've got any on the powder, just flick it off your face and it would literally just go off your face as the powder like picks it up. I'm just smudging it into that yellow. I'm just gonna flick this on, just like tap over it and it like picks it up instead of like blending it in and you get blue nose like that. Wow. I've got this little Zoeva brush, angle brush, and I'm just going to pick up the greeny blue. I'm just going to push that into my lash line a bit more, just so it's more smoky and defined. Great, this is getting everywhere. Please excuse the fact that I'm waiting for my eyelash glue to dry on this eye because I've restuck my lash down. But I'm going to be highlighting my face. I'm going to be taking the Physicians Formula highlighter. I was going to use the Amrezy one, but I'm going to be saving that for another video. So I've got the butter highlighter, sorry, and this is the cream to powder highlighter, and this is in the shade Champagne, and I'm just going to be applying this with a paintbrush. This is the Graduate De La Rowney Round Mop. I've been using this for years as my highlight brush and it's never failed me. I just picked it up in Hobbycraft one day and I was like, Mum, my god, that would be such a great makeup brush. So I just picked it up. I think it was about £1 and it literally just looks like the Anastasia one, obviously a bit smaller. I can get this highlighter out, it's stuck to the packet. It's literally like glued in there, look, I don't know if you can see that. It's like that annoying glue you get on like when you get like a new card. It looks really pretty, minus that. Got all this glue on my fingernail now. Right, so this is the highlight. This is it here in its full glory, as you can see. Look at that. That is beautiful. It looks like a Colourpop one. I'll just put the lid there. I'm just gonna like dip into it. It reminds me of the Colourpop ones, like the packaging, how it's like a cream to powder. Okay, first impression. It looks very glittery on your skin. Okay, once you've like blended it in, it looks really nice actually. But when you first put it on, it literally just looks like a chunk of glitter. So I just tap off the excess. I'll show you on this side. Let me like zoom in. So I put it on. Can you see? It literally looks like I've just put glitter on my skin. But then you like start blending it. And the more you blend it into your skin, it goes so lovely. Maybe it's like the warmth of your skin that really helps blend it in. I really like that. Okay, so I just contoured my nose as I felt like it looked a bit lost in my face. I added a bit of highlight to my nose. And then a bit on my cupid's bow. A bit up by my brow. I think once you put like setting spray over this, it'll look really nice too. And I'm going to put a bit on my chin too. Okay, that looks insane in the mirror. Like, look at that. For lip liner, I'm going to be using this NYX Suede matte lip liner. Most lip liners are matte. In the shade Sandstorm. And I'm just going to be lining my lips with this. I can never get into lip liners because this annoying packet. Like packaging stuff. I'm not even gonna lie, I was trying to get this lip liner out of its packaging. As you can see, I've done it now, but it took me about over 5 minutes to do, and I had to get my tweezers and everything, and I've actually made a dent in the lip liner there. You probably can't actually see it. So anyway, this is, I think I've already told you the shade. So this is in the shade Sandstorm. I'm just going to line my lips with this. I'm just going to have some of my chocolate milkshake first. These are the Alpro Soya chocolate flavour. They're so nice. I'm just going to line my lips. It's more of a pinky colour than I thought it was going to be. So this was a lot drier than the other NYX pencils I've got. Maybe it's because this one's meant to be like classed as matte. So I think this would go really nice with that buxom cherry stick I got from Sephora as a birthday gift that I showed in the Sephora haul that I done. So I'm not going to line my lips with that anymore. I just want it to like obviously line. I don't want to like fill them in. So for lipstick, I've got the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Colour Splash lipstick in the shade Skinny Dip, and I'm just going to apply this to the centre of my lips. The packaging of this is unreal. It's so beautiful. So the lipstick is so nice. Fresh lipstick. I'm just going to apply this. That feels so nice. It's so nice and creamy. The lips look more pink than I want them to look, so I'm just going over the liner with the lipstick a bit more to blend it in more. But that lipstick is lovely. It's like the MAC satin finish in lipsticks if you've ever tried that, but I'd say it feels a lot like more sort of moisturising on your lips actually. For lip gloss, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. This is the Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer in Fenty Glow. I was going to highlight my brow bone in that, but I feel like I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm excited for this. Oh my god. Just gonna leave it to sit there a sec. I see what people mean when they say that this lip makes your lips look so glossy. When I like looking in the mirror, my face just looks glossy and glowy and dewy and obsessed. Right, I'm just gonna set my brows with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in the shade Chocolate, the same shade as my Dick Brow from Anastasia. And I'm just gonna flick this through my brow hairs. Flick the brow hairs up too. This isn't my first time trying this. I've been using it since I got it in America and I love it. I think it's really nice and it's nice and cheap too. Yeah, I really like it. It gives colour to your brows, but it's not like too much. I think that's all. I was going to add like a bit of highlight to the brow bone, but I don't know. I think we've got enough highlight on the skin and that, so I'm just going to spritz my face with my Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile and lavender. This is the finished look. I just wanted to show you it up close and turn my ISO down. So as you can see, this is like the perfect summer look, I feel like, and spring as well. So you've got like really glossy skin, glossy lips, colourful eyes. I just think everything just looks so fresh and like dewy, and I love this. I've just pulled my hair off my face as well and put some hoops in, and although we have like really full coverage skin, it doesn't look like far too heavy. I know we have quite a lot of bronzer and highlighter on, but the skin just looks so dewy. and fresh. You wouldn't think this is like a hydrating foundation, would you? That created like this, but like full coverage. I hope you know what I mean. Like, it looks healthy, but it's like a fuller coverage foundation. So yeah, I love this. I'm obsessed with everything, especially this lip gloss. I'll be wearing this like all the time. As you can see when I move, like the light just hits it. I feel like because it's got those little glitters in it. And the foundation I love. I love that highlighter. That highlighter is insane. I think I actually prefer that to that Maybelline one. Like, look. I love this eyeshadow palette. Obviously I have not used the other shades in the palette, but the shades I've used, so like the blues and the yellow, I absolutely love. They were so pigmented. I'm going to do my next look revolving around, I think, the pinks, and then I'll do like a look using, say, like this red as well. So let me know if you'd like that. I'm so impressed, and if I like the rest of these shadows in here, I'll be sure to pick up another one of these palettes. Yeah, I'm obsessed. So, I really hope that you liked this first impressions video. If you'd like me to do more of these in the future, then let me know. I know some of these things I'd already used, but some of them I hadn't as well. Like, it's mainly the eyeshadow palette. I can be a bit like nervous to try certain eyeshadow palettes, but this one, I just can't get over the formula. I just think this blended so nicely. The pigmentation was everything. Did have a bit of fallout, but that's to be expected when you're using such high pigmented shadows, especially colourful ones. But yeah, I'm so impressed. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. As I said, if you want more of these types of videos, please let me know, and I will be sure to do them for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and also there is a little bell next to the subscribe button. You can click that if you want to be updated when I upload a video, because YouTube for some reason isn't always showing certain videos in subscription boxes nowadays, so that's why that little bell's there, so you get notified when we upload like videos nowadays as creators. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.